Hello. Welcome to this class. My name is Edward Gonzalez. I'm your English teacher for this class. So let's start with the topic of today. I would like to start with a question, very simple question, but just let me know, what do you think about this? What kind of ice cream do you like the most? I'm gonna give you some different kinds of or types of ice cream. Just tell me, what do you think about that? What kind of ice cream do you like the most? Um, Maybe strawberry ice cream or chocolate ice cream? What about Neapolitan, eggnog, or I know, butter pecan or bubble gum? Well, just let me tell you, I would like to hear some of your answers. In my opinion, well, my favorite is chocolate, but why not to try a different one, like butter pecan, which is not common in our country. Okay, but well, I ask you this question because the topic we are gonna study today has to do with something that, well, or is related to ice cream cone. So let's talk about that. Okay. Well, let's continue. Uh, our the topic of this class, what we're gonna talk about today, is about main idea and details. And you can see here in the screen, yellow, you can see one of the questions that we're gonna be answering during this class. And it's about what is the most important idea in a paragraph, in any paragraph, okay? Because to understand texts when we're reading or even when we are writing something, we need to understand and understand the difference about main ideas and details. It's going to help us to improve our comprehension. Okay, so as you can see here in the screen, we can see that the main idea and details are like this ice cream cone. Okay, so we have the cone as something that support or something that is the most important part, which is the main idea. The supporting details that in this case, well, could be the two supporting details, three supporting details, or even more. Okay, just let me give you more examples and to be more specific about this part. Okay, when we talk about main idea, yeah, this is what the passage is mostly about. And to find the main idea in any text you are reading, you need to ask yourself this question: what is the most important idea in a paragraph or in the paragraph I'm reading? Okay, if you are able and you have the skill to answer this question, you're gonna find the main idea. Okay, this is the principal idea, is what is the text about. Okay, after that, of course, we have supporting details. In this picture, you can see that we have, well, three different types of flavor of ice cream in this case that represent the supporting details. But we can have more, okay? We can have even 4 or 5, or maybe just two supporting details. And these are details or specific information that support the main idea, okay? Well, do not get confused about this. We're gonna study this with, well, more specifically, so pay attention to this part, okay? Let's talk about this text, okay? We have a text here, um, very short. This is a paragraph about bees. We can read that in this case, we have some information about bees. If you have, you take a look at this very quickly, you can see, or you scan this text, you can see that the text is about bees. But if we want to pay attention and want to analyze more deeply in this case, this text, okay, we need to understand that we have main idea and we have some details that support the main idea. For example, what do you think about this part? An average beehive consists of about 20,000 bees. In this case, we can consider that the main idea of this text is about bees, but also is that the beehive, they're talking about beehives, consists of about 20,000 bees. So how can we support this principal idea or this main idea? Well, with some details, okay? So in green, you can see one of these details. because support this main idea, this principal idea. So just let me back up just a moment. Remember that the main idea is what the passage is mostly about, okay? So if we answer this question, what is the most important idea in the paragraph? We can say that the most important idea in this part is that an average beehive consists of about 20,000 bees, okay? If we read, these three supporting details, we can see that within the colony, there are three types of bees, each with its own important job. This is a supporting, well, this is a detail that supports the main idea, and is not the main idea because the text is not about different types of bees, okay? But it's supporting a main idea that is about beehives, okay? We can say you can take a look at the purple one. We can see that one queen lives in a hive and her only job is to fill the hive with eggs. In this case, the text is not about queens, in this case, talking about bees, but is supporting the main idea that is about beehives. We have also the yellow one. Worker bees, on the other hand, are extremely busy. They are female bees that lay no eggs, supporting detail too. What about this part? In fact, a queen will lay about 1,500 eggs in just one day. Well, this is just more examples in this case. Male bees are called drones, but in this case, they are not supporting the main idea. So we not consider this one to be a supporting detail, okay? Well, this is just a short example. Don't be worried. Let's continue with more examples so you can understand this much better, okay? So don't worry about this part, okay? Let's continue. So if we take that text, okay, this previous text that we have talked about, with a delicious ice cream cone, think about this, the main idea is the cone and the different types of ice creams and details, we can see that main idea is that an average beehive consists of about 20,000 bees. Most of the times, main ideas can be found and in the first lines of the text, okay, or sometimes in other part of the text, but most of the times you can find it there, okay, like an introduction of the text. We can say that within the colony, there are three types of bees, each with its own important job. This is supporting detail of the main idea. One queen lives in a hive and her only job is to fill the hive with eggs. Another supporting detail. And worker bees, on the other hand, are extremely busy. There are female bees that lay no eggs, okay? So these three details are supporting the main idea, are helping the main idea, that in this case is beehive, okay, to be clear, okay, for the person that is reading the text or the story in this case. You can use this structure of main idea and details not only to understand a text, but also when you want to write a text too, okay? So you think about the main idea first, what do you want to write about, okay? Something very general, and then with details, you can start working on that, okay? If it is a writing, or in this case, if it is the ideas to comprehend, to understand a text. Okay, now is your turn, okay? Because you came here to practice, of course. I just gave you the example. Of course, if you need some kind of help, just let me know and I help you with this vocabulary, whatever you need. Don't worry, English is not difficult, but it's a matter of practice, okay? So let's go. Okay, here we have some options, okay? We have a title that is the greenhouse effect, okay? And we have a text, okay? If you don't know what is a greenhouse effect, don't worry about that, because in the text, you're gonna find specifically what you need to do, what is it about, okay? So in this case, I'm gonna give you, some minutes, a couple of minutes to read the text, and please tell me, what do you think is the main idea? Okay, think about that. Think about something that is general. Remember what we said. Sometimes we can find a main idea in the beginning of the paragraph. Okay, so you can find that specific main idea there. Okay, so let's go. Well, let's continue this part. We can see that in this case, okay, we have the main idea is the answer of this question. What is the most important idea in the paragraph? So you see something that is not, that is very specific, maybe is not the main idea. Okay, so answer this question. So we can see here in this case that the main idea of this text is greenhouses work by trapping heat from the sun. This is the most important part. If you read the rest of the text, it's going to be just details, okay? Ice cream in this case, and different flavors of ice cream is not the cone, so be careful with that, okay? Well, let's try with this text, okay, about whales. It can be very useful. You think about, or you ask yourself the question, what do you know about whales? Okay, what kind of information do you have about whales? So let's continue with this question. What is the most important idea in the paragraph? I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to read the text very quickly and find the main idea. You have some options there, okay? You can do it. Okay. Um, you see this part, the text is not that complicated, okay? We can understand. Maybe you have some information about whales. It helps you for, well, in this case, for you comprehension too. But let's go, in this case, to find the main idea, okay? If you see this phrase, the biggest animal in the world is the whale, is in this case the general one, okay? It's a general sentence, in this case, not very specific, and this can be, in this case, the answer of what is the most important idea in this paragraph, okay? Well, this is what we call, when we're talking about main ideas. But what about details? How can I identify details, or in this case, facts or details, okay? Well, first of all, I just want to mention that facts and details explain or support the most important idea in the paragraph, okay? Is a detail, is something very specific in the text, but the text is not about that, okay? Remember that part. Facts and details give information about the main idea. It means, in this case, gives extra information, okay, additional information, but is not the most important sentence in the paragraph, because in this case, we are talking about the main idea. Facts and details tell about the who, what, where, when, why, and how, and how of the main idea, okay? So you think about that. These WH questions are going to help you to understand where are the details in the text, okay? But again, guys, is your turn. Remember that English is just a matter of practice, practice and practice, okay? So let's practice. It's your turn. I'm going to be here in case you need some kind of help. I help you, okay? Don't worry about that. Well, in this case, we have the same text, the greenhouse effect. We have just talked about that the greenhouses work by trapping heat from the sun. This is the main idea. So couple of minutes to find the details, okay? Remember that we can have 2 details, 3 details. Well, it depends. Let's go. Well, if you see this part, the red and the green one, the glass panels of the greenhouse let in light but keep heat from escaping is one of the main ideas. But we also have this causes the greenhouse to heat up, much like the inside of a car parked in sunlight. More details about the main idea we have there. Not that difficult, just pay attention to something very specific in this case. Greenhouses are used to grow plants, especially in winter. Well, it's not that specific in this case, so well, you need to think about if it is giving me extra information or additional information. In this case, well, not that necessary that part, okay? Well, what about this one? Whales. Remember the paragraph we've read about this. The biggest animal in the world is the whale. Here you have the main idea. Find the details which support the main idea, okay? Come on, take your time. Hey guys, I'm gonna give you the answer to this so you can check what you found. The blue whale is the largest animal that ever lived. Well, of course, in this case, it's supporting that is the biggest animal. It is even bigger than the great dinosaurs of long ago. It's supporting the main idea again about the biggest animal, okay? Well, guys, it's time for you to practice, okay? Just let's remember in this case, okay? I'm gonna ask you to remember the yellow question we have, that is, what is the most important idea in the paragraph? If you answer that question, you are gonna find that this is the main idea. And then remember that to support that, you have details. When we talk about details, we're talking about specific information. Okay, so read this paragraph, find the main idea of the passage and the details which support it. Okay, don't forget something very important. Think about the delicious ice cream cone we have here. We have the main idea as something that is very important, okay, for well, to understand the text, okay. What is the most important idea in the paragraph? That you answer that question, you're gonna find the main idea. And think about details, the different types of ice cream you have in that on that cone, okay? And you're gonna find in this case the details, something that is supporting the main idea, that is giving extra information, okay? Well, guys, so for the next class, please read this text. I'm gonna give you more text. You're gonna find more text attached to this class, so you can download them. Read the text, find the main ideas. You're gonna find also this ice cream cone, well, with the details and the main idea that is gonna help you to find and, well, in this case, understand and find the main idea and the details of the different text where I'm gonna send you. Okay. In case you have any question, don't forget to tell me. I'm here to help you. Remember to practice every day. English is a matter of practice. Okay. Don't focus just on coming here to classes. Do something at home also to practice. Watch something you like in English. Read something in English every day. Try to use as much English as you can in this class. And I'm sure that in, well, a couple of months, you're going to be improving and English is going to be part of your life too, okay? Why not? Don't forget homework too. Please have these, well, delicious ice cream cone, okay? No problem with that this weekend. So try to have it too, okay, guys? Well, see you next class, okay? So that was all. Bye-bye, guys.